Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Ashley, aka Ash NYC, and I'm back today with a new, very impromptu, very candid video. I just honestly have been going through the things, as we all are. If you get the sads this season, seasonal depression, or just the sadness, the lack of light, the lack of fresh air, just, you know, if you get those, you're like, babes, because I get them bad. And beyond that, I definitely am it's just so much going on, but that's not why I'm here. I am here because I wanted to share with you guys some ways that I am coping. I wanted to be honest, and I didn't want to make this a sit down stuffy video, hence I just got y'all up here, not gonna lie. I just really want to share with you guys the journey that I'm on, because I know that a lot of you guys can relate to it, especially if you are around my age. I'm 26. This is around the time where a lot of people get married, have kids, move into their own apartments, buy their own houses, working to higher levels at their jobs. Like, it's definitely the quarter life crisis going on right now. And while I have a bit of that, there are just some things that I have been working through. I started my therapy journey a couple months ago, and that has been life-changing, to say the least. It made me take a very hard look at myself, and so I encourage you to, you know, if you have the means to do so, to consider that as well. But one thing that it really made me realize is that I really want to just fall in love with life again. It's been a while since I have felt genuine joy just not doing the things that bring me joy, but just like because of life, just gratefulness to have life and to be able to breathe and to be able to be in these spaces where I can thrive. Like, the whole world is ahead of me, whether or not I can see it right now. The whole world is literally at my feet. And the same for you. Like, your options are endless, your options are limitless. I just want to be in love with life again. A lot of the times we are so much looking forward to the next step and what's next and what we're gonna do next and whatever the case may be, that we fail to appreciate where we are. So it's like, yeah, when I get this job, I'm gonna be so happy. When I get this apartment, I'm gonna be so happy. When I finally settle down, I'm gonna be so happy. Why can't you have that happiness now? There's a certain level of happiness that'll bring you, but I feel like there should definitely be a certain baseline of joy that we need to have, that sometimes we don't, because we're waiting on, oh, well, when I graduate, oh, well, when I have this, or when I have that. So in order to really challenge that, I had to say, okay, what am I gonna do? And my first step was to get to know myself, like get to know my weaknesses, get to know my strengths, get to know my insecurities, get to know my triggers, get to know what really puts me back in that like mundane, like limited mindset. And the way that I did that was, one, you know, obviously therapy. That helped me a lot. Thinking about what makes me happy, right? So what makes you happy? What do you do that brings you joy? Not brings you money, not brings you, like, propels you forward, not makes you productive. Like, what do you do when it's just you in free time? No strings attached, just you. And I honestly, like, I don't know, like, I have no idea. So I've been thinking about what makes me the happiest, and then I was thinking about a time when I was the happiest, and I started doing that, just like kind of writing down and jotting down the times when I felt the happiest. So I think that's good practice as well. Just like, if you feel like you can't find it, you know how people, like, when you lose your keys or something, like, where's the last place you had it? It's exactly that sentiment. Where's the last place you had it? Where's the last place you had joy and hope? Where's the last place you had that? Where's the last place that you felt, you know, like something, that you wanted to do something, whatever the case may be? I've been thinking about that, and I had pinpointed the last, you know, where I lost it, where not where I lost it, but where I had it last, you know. And it was a particular point that I won't, like, overshare, but moral of the story is I was doing particular things that I think that I can reintroduce into my life. I obviously can't go back into that point in my life, but I can reintroduce some of the things that I was doing to maintain my joy and my happiness. And one of them, which is the one that we're going to discuss today, sorry, that was the longest intro known to man. Sorry. So I'm rambling. That being said, today I'm going to share with you guys some things that I've been doing, some thoughts that I've been having. I'm going to share with you guys in this one because I feel like this would be a really long video. Maybe I'll even make it a series, just like a how to fall in love with life again series, a how to glow up series, how to just be your best self series. Like, not in the stuffy wake up at 5 a.m. and be productive and be that girl, like none of, I mean, and no offense to those that do that, but not in that way, but in just like the small steps that you can take to romanticize your life, so much so that you can fall in love with your life as it is, not as it's going to be once you XYZ. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna share with you some of the ones that I have been loving using daily, day and night for the past couple of weeks that I think have really shifted my perspective to the not to where I need to be, but to the direction of where I want to go. The first one is Awaken by Priscilla. I can't really say that, I'm sorry. This is a 90-day daily devotion. I do this as soon as I wake up. So when I wake up, I'll go to whatever day it was, and it has a devotion, a couple of scriptures, and then what I really like about this is that there is a prompt. So after you read your devotion, there's always a thought or like a prompt here. It kind of sinks the devotion in. It like lets it settle, it lets it marinate. It really adds, I think, to the devotion and the experience so that it stays with you all day. And then I'll usually follow up with, based on whatever scriptures that they gave me, the good book. This is actually the Women's Study Bible. So I bought this recently, and because I'm still trying to figure out how to read the Bible. I can't exactly pinpoint how to. I definitely need some direction, and I know obviously a lot of Christians have this challenge, but I have, like, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm still figuring out how to do it. So like prompts and Bible reading guides really help me a lot. And what I'm currently doing is using the scriptures that are in the Awaken devotion and then reading up on those in the actual Bible itself. There are two other journals that I use. The first one is a gratitude journal. These both I honestly got from Michael's. So it's Gratitude, a day and night reflection journal. It's both a morning and evening meditation. So like this is just some of my stuff, so it's the same date, but like you have morning meditation and you have like more of an evening reflection. So some of the things that it has, and it's the same prompt every day. So while that can get repetitive to some people, I like to ponder the same things every day because things change and you can kind of see your mindset shift, which is why I really like journaling, by the way, because I go back and I read some of my old journals and I'm like, wow, like I'm totally in a different place, or like, wow, I love that mindset that I used to have, like I want to have it again. So for this one, there's the morning meditation and the evening meditation. Morning meditation including, what am I excited about today? What's an affirmation I can use today? And then the evening reflection is like, what are some good things that happened today? Or how did I feel about today? And then there's like a bunch of emotions that you can kind of tick off. And I feel like that really helps ground you before you go to sleep because it puts you in the mindset of like, okay, how can I make tomorrow a better day? How can I change my outcome tomorrow so that this time tomorrow, instead of being anxious, I can be happy, or instead of being nervous, I could be excited. Same thing for the AM PM journal. This I also got from Michael's. It's just AM PM, a twice daily journal. So it has morning reflection and night reflection. So the morning reflection would be like, how can you show gratitude today? And then the night reflection would be like, what were you grateful for today? It kind of goes like that. This one has different prompts every day, which somebody else, you know, might like. But this is also something that I feel like has helped me put things into perspective, opening your day and closing your day. And then honestly, out of all of these are my favorites. So these mindfulness cards, it's just simple practices for everyday life. So there's rest and balance, curiosity and joy, kindness, and insight and awareness. So basically how you use it is you take one of the color-coded categories. You can pick one in the morning to reflect on throughout the day. You can pick one in the evening to reflect on before you go to bed. I'm just gonna pick a curiosity and joy card, and it says see nature. Recognizing how the natural worlds and the human-made worlds are intertwined can bring great joy and appreciation. When we take the time to see nature and the environment around us, it opens us up to a sense of wonder. Take some time to explore your surroundings and look for nature in unexpected places. Once you train your mind to see small moments of beauty, you can cultivate moments of joy in everyday life. This helped me to be more present and in the moment by just like pulling these cards. Even if I pull it midday, I'll just be like, okay, like I'm not, my day has been hectic, like let me just take a second and I'll pull a card and I'll just be like, wow, okay, like let me go take a walk actually, or let me just go sit in my room, let me call my mother, like let me just do something to take a second to just pause my day to make it less chaotic. These self-love cards changed the game for me. They changed the game for me. We Are Not Really Strangers is a brand. They have a bunch of different cards, so it'd be like dating cards, friendship cards, whatever the case may be. This is the self-love edition. It says time to fall in love with myself. These cards cook me. These cards make me cry. They sincerely make me cry. I'm gonna read you one. What title would I give this chapter of my self-love journey? So I'll read it and I would go into my notebook here, and I would just, because most of them are prompted, some of them are reminders, but most of them are prompted, so like you actually have to write it down. So I'll like go in and like jot down all my thoughts in a random journal. And then another one is, what mistake of mine taught me the most recently and what did it teach me? Like you have to sit down and think about it, which is why I really like them, because then my mind just starts going. I recently had the realization that God speaks to me through my writing. So because I'll be like, wow, look at all these novel ideas that I never had. Look at all these thoughts that I never thought in my head that are all of a sudden on this paper and I don't know how it got there. The things that I can't bring to my lips, like I can just write it out. So I highly recommend, if anything, if you are going to get anything, get these self-love cards. Seriously, they are a game changer. They really put you beside yourself for however long you're writing. These are just, listen, I'm being very vulnerable right now. I'm sure I'm gonna cringe when I edit this, but I just think it's important to be honest with yourself, and this is my honesty. This is me being 100, keeping it 100 with you guys, and telling you guys that one, you're not alone if this is something that you're going through. There's a lot of work that has to be done. That's really all I had for you guys for today. I can't be much more candid than this, so I gotta turn the camera off before I change my minds and delete the footage. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that this was helpful and inspiring, and I too am on this journey. So let's do this together. Comment below, like, subscribe, share to the homies that are going through the same thing, because that's where are we not living the same life? Like, we're really not strangers. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the goodies, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye.